So that's how you wanted your business to look. Now, the nice thing is now we get to almost take the crystal ball away and fast forward 2 years.
Yeah.
Give us a summary, mate, because I know it's been pretty successful.
It's been all right. It's been.
I think you're underplaying that a little bit, totally.
It's been 19 months, pretty much since launch.
Yeah.
So obviously you start with that eagerness and enthusiasm, and I was looking to start with a couple of listings under my belt before we really started.
Yeah.
Which was great because on day one we had something to sell, and they went pretty well and pretty quickly. A couple more listings followed. So by the end of 2021, we'd exchanged on 15 and completed on 15 transactions. So between mid-June and December, there was 15. But of course, you've got to get them on the market, you've got to sell them, you've got to convey them. So our first completion was at the end of September. So it was an okay start. What was really interesting was the next 6 months, because the next 6 months it doubled on top of what it had done in that first 6 months.
Yeah.
So there was more listings, there was definitely more sales, there was bigger pipelines to play with. It's still a very good marketplace, of course, and you could argue it's been pretty easy for most agents. But what I've tried to do from the outset, what I've done from the outset is make sure that what I had that idea of how my business looks is still what it looks like today. So even though properties were flying off the shelves and we could have drawn a picture of a house in wax crayon and slapped it on Rightmove and it would have sold, I still professionally photographed them all regardless of price point.
You still kept the standard very high.
Yeah. I wanted to be sort of almost like the Savills, Knight Frank, Fine and Country, but for the everyday person.
Yeah.
So it's professionally photographed, video toured, high quality floor plans, decent write-ups, no shortcuts really, doing a full job. And I think that's interesting because that starts to build you a bit of people look at how you market, and they want a bit of that for their own house as well. So that's where I think we start to really gain a bit of momentum.
So not necessarily just thinking, well, this one's I can take a picture on my iPhone, list it on Rightmove and it will sell, but actually thinking about the perception for future sellers as well.
For future sellers, because I think in the future there will be people who look at how you market properties in the good times, in the whatever else, and it might be 4 years down the line yet, but they'll see, again, everything you list at the minute is going to leave an indelible mark as your CV for the future.
Yeah.
So everything's sort of going to be in the ether for people to look at. So you've got to, for me, it was about making sure there was cutting no corners. I had some great help, don't get me wrong. I had people like Dean, my photographer, who I'd worked with for a few years in my previous employed role, who gave me sort of almost a 6-month credit account, so I could do all my pro pictures on all my jobs, help with cash flow, no end. Yeah. Settled up. It wasn't a gift. This was just a helping hand. And that was great as well, because that gave me that chance to sort of get every property professionally photographed, and as cash started to come through the business, get him settled up and start 2021 with a blank sort of blank account, if you like. My energy assessor did the same. I've done the same since for a local mortgage advisor.
Yeah.
It's a lovely feeling because you're helping somebody on their journey. It's really, really great. So I can see why Dean did it. But fast forward a little further now, we're 150 listings in. I think we've got 6 or 7 which are pre-market, ready to market. So all the photographs are done, the video's done, the text is done, the agency's signed, ID's in. If they see something tomorrow they really like, one press of a button, we're up and running. And I think we've just completed on our 104th house sale.